What's up, fellow YouTubers? Welcome to my channel. You can call me Evan, aka Intense Investor. Tonight I want to give a little bit of an update on StrongBlock and YIELDNODES. I figured I could knock them both out in the same video. It'd be easy enough instead of making two different videos. So yeah, as you can see, I've been accumulating a good bit of strong from the 11 nodes I got. I'm probably going to actually make another node whenever I get to 10 strong. And I might make a couple more. Strong's got a really bright future. So there's some good things I wanted to point out. Actually, great things I wanted to point out. Let me rephrase that. From the AMA that took place this past Saturday morning with David Moss, which is the CEO of StrongBlock. Really bright guy. He gave some really good answers on the new Matic nodes that are going to release. So you do got to have an NFT to start up a Matic node at the moment, but in a couple weeks anybody can make a Matic node as long as they have 10 strong. So they are going to run on Ethereum network from what I can tell, and from some of the answers in the AMA that they did. That's Ask Me Anything. They do it every Saturday morning. You know, like this one, for instance, when did Polygon or Matic nodes go live? The answer that David gave was everyone has been asking about Matics. Here's the inside scoop. Polygon nodes go live next week. We're treating it as a pilot for the new Service 2 contract. The good news is that anyone with a metal NFT will be whitelisted to create a Polygon node. Matic nodes will be 10 strong contribution, just like ETH and DVPN nodes. And Matic nodes are already being created at the moment. If you actually go over, let's see, let's go to the website. You go to all nodes, you can see the Matic nodes right here. They got the little Matic symbol. Still a lot of ETH nodes being created because the Matic nodes are also running on Ethereum network. The ETH 1.0. They did introduce mining, so the ETH 2.0 pool is up at the moment. You can get 42% per year. That's the APY. So that, and then the strong pool and the liquidity pool pairs are still up and running. So let's go back to the AMA question. Another good one here. David, what's the most exciting thing that Strong will launch this year and in Q1 of next year, assuming the stars and JIT commits align? So let me click on this. The answer to that was next week we'll be launching Matic nodes running under Service 2 contract and the ETH 2.0 pool, like I was just pointing out. So that's very exciting for us. The team has been working their butts off for months getting both ready. They proposed a few weeks ago that we released them together, which made a lot of sense. So that's what we're going to do. 2 releases in 1 week for 2022. Now this is an exciting one. They're proposing a strong chain, their own blockchain to run on. They're in discussions for a big partnership to help build and launch the chain. And you got to remember, this guy was one of the leaders that built the EOS blockchain, and I think that's what the bullish exchange is going to actually run on when it launches, which I think that has like the backing of the New York Stock Exchange. So that's like pretty big news right there. They're going to have their own chain, so that's probably meaning that this is going to like blow up really big, and everybody that's in it right now is in it like really early. So they go on to say, or he goes on to say, we're determining the best way to drive value for existing strong holders, which is great. You know, the investors is what's made Strong grow and be able to do what it's going to do. Without investor funds, they wouldn't have been able to get as far as they did. Even though they're a couple bright guys that has a lot of industry experience in crypto, you know, they need that investor money pulled so they can build the software, they can build the protocol, they can build everything bigger, you know, for Strong. One of the centerpieces is going to be fractional ownership of validators. I think that's another big thing that's going to make Strong grow so big, because a lot of people can't afford the 10 Strong to make a node, so they'll be able to participate in fractionalized validators or nodes. He goes on to say, we'll still be adding many more validator and full node opportunities for the node army in 2022. We'll also be adding 2 new suites of NFTs, earnables, and collectibles from our milestones. Both have had a lot of work done on them and could have gone out this year. We just needed to make sure the foundation was there first, so they'll be ready to rot in 2022. And of course, we continue our focus on sustainability. That's really the most important thing. You got to be able to sustain this. If you can't sustain it, it's going to collapse, it's going to break. So, they're looking at different options, even like in like a DAO, like an kind of DAO, like Hector or Spa or somebody, to partner with like a treasury fund to help back Strong and everything. So that's something I've heard being kicked around. He goes on to say that will be enhanced by a new chain, rewards, and other ERC20 tokens, partnerships, new node protocols, and much more. We almost wish there wasn't a holiday break coming up, but a bit of rest after Matic and ETH 2.0 release will be welcome. So ETH 2.0 is probably going to launch next year. They've been saying it's going to launch forever, but that's probably going to be a really big thing when it launches. It's supposed to be a lot cheaper, a lot quicker, supposed to be. So we'll see with that. But those were 2 of the big ones, kind of jumped out at me with the AMA that they did. So I just kind of wanted to touch on that. Here we are on the main StrongBlock website. They've did a little update here just showing you how many nodes there are. There's 176,723 nodes at the moment. They're saying Polygon nodes are here. ETH 2.0 staking pool is live. They did a little bit of an update. All the NFTs are sold out, but you can still find them on OpenSea.io. I think the bronze NFT was selling for about 3/4 of an Ethereum, which is a little bit under $4,000 at the moment. And these are the leaders, the ones I was talking about. You can click on any of their LinkedIn profiles, pull them up. This is David Moss, really brilliant guy. He's the CEO at StrongBlock. Used to work at EOS, which is another pretty well-known blockchain. It's still around, still being worked on. Big things coming there. So he's left a mark where he's been at. He's did a really good job. But that's really the main one that I wanted to talk about was him. And then you got Brian Abramson, CTO, and Corey Lederer. So I believe in StrongBlock. That's why I don't think it's a scam or anything. Some people say it is, or it's a Ponzi, but I don't think these guys would be involved in a scam, especially with them being American. Because if you try to pull that here, you're probably going to go to jail more than likely when you get caught, especially for that big of a scam, like $100 million scam or whatever the market cap was at one time. So I think they want to legitimately do something good. I mean, when you're talking about making your own blockchain, that's pretty big. They're trying to make people's lives better, with passive income, like node basic income or newbie, I think, whatever you call it. They got a term for it, but basically that's really it in a nutshell for now. The Polygon nodes are big. Phantom nodes will probably come a little bit later on, and then their own blockchain next year. So I think it's still a great time to get into Strong. Let's check out the price here. I think it's almost 500. Yeah, so it's 496.52 December 8th, it's 452. It hit a low on December 6th, $396. That would have been a great price to get it at if you could have. Now we're up to 496. So it looks like it's starting to uptrend again. that peak was up there around 1200 or close to it. Yeah, $1,207 was the peak. So I think we're going to see that again. I think it can do it. I mean, if you look at the yearly chart, wow, can you imagine getting this for like 20 bucks? You could have made so many nodes. It's just ridiculous. But that's pretty much the gist of that. That's what I wanted to talk about. I still think Strong has a lot of potential, a lot of great things to come. So let's go over to yield nodes. Yield nodes had about 7.7% profit last month, which is pretty good. I mean, a bank pays you like what, 0.5% a year, so 7.7% a month. Even at that rate is pretty dang good. That's over 80% a year. I think 7 times 12 is 84. So yeah, that's a really good return on your investment. And if you compound, it's even more because you'll be making interest off of that profit. So a big thing I noticed that came out with yield nodes was in their monthly newsletter, which I'm going to pull up here in a little bit. Matter of fact, let's go over there. Let's go ahead and read that, and then we'll go over everything. The yield nodes has been around for more than 2 years now. It did quite a few months of beta testing before it ever launched. Basically, you're lending your Bitcoin to yield nodes, and they pull it together and they create a master node. They have an architect that runs it, designs it, keeps it up all day long, and then when they make rewards, they pay you a portion of that reward every month. And the rewards are quite good for running a master node. So that's kind of how they're making money and then rewarding their investors. And it's the same way. Without the investors, they would not have been able to probably invest in so many masternode coins. So they rely on investors also. So let's look at the email we got. They just said the profit payouts are complete for the month. Profits always paid out by the 8th. And then if you want to withdraw for the 8th of the next month, you got to request it by the 15th of that current month. So if you want to withdraw by the 8th of the next month, you need to request it on the 15th of the current month. I just thought I'd say that twice because some people, it kind of slips through their head when you say it. So yeah, profit payouts were good. That we're happy to report that payments have been sent out as per the schedule. They are talking about Sapphire withdrawals. We recommend that you start using Sapphire to stake in Masternode, as well as hodling it for added value. And Sapphire has actually been doing good. It's a Masternode coin called Sap. There's a lot of big things planned for it. It's kind of like Strong, and StrongBlock. Well, like Sap is the big one, and yield nodes, and they got a lot of other Masternode coins, like 777 coin. That's a gaming coin. It's going to be part of the ecosystem. A lot of big things coming for yield nodes too, and it's been around for a while. So that's a good thing about platforms that are proven, that have transparent leaders where you can actually see their face. What they've been involved in the past. Like Yield Nodes does audits. They did 2 audits now. They've had people come to their facility. They've met with them. They get to see everything they do. They get to see that the numbers, everything's working out. So that's really good. That instills trust in investors. And trust, you got to have trust in something like this, or ultimately it's not going to work in the long run. So, they're trying to prove they're legit, every time they have a chance to, which is great to see. And the cool thing here, there's actually like this download. You can actually download the Sap wallet now for the Sap coin. You go to sapcoin.com, you can check out all the different things. They got their Apple version, Windows version. But yeah, you can check all this out yourself. But I want to go back to this email. They're trying to add USDT on the Tron network because Tron's a lot cheaper, obviously, than using an ERC20. They're trying to implement that for withdrawals. And they're also trying to implement Sapphire Sapcoin into the ledger which is a hardware wallet. I've only used my ledger for Solano with Phantom Wallet, but it works really well. I use a Trezor more than a ledger. If you're interested, I do got links to Trezor and the ledger device. I do recommend you use one. There's been a lot of hacks lately, especially on MetaMask. A lot of people's got sucked dry out of their MetaMask. Everything is gone, like a total loss. So you need to have this hardware wallet hooked up in your MetaMask. It really helps a lot. It's a great benefit, great thing to have. If you're interested, I do got links though. You can purchase them. But, you know, like they said, if everything works out, you'll be able to hold it, even stake directly from the hardware wallet. We're in deep conversations with the guys at Ledger to make it work. Also hard at work at finally provide mobile wallets for all our coins. The beta version should be going live in a couple weeks. Talk about 777 coin. We've had our noses to the grindstone and the auction site that will use our 777 coin. That's scheduled to go into beta at the end of the month. And I think that's like a gaming casino type coin. And then the regulation, they continue to see regulation in Switzerland. That's where they're based at. That'd be an awesome place to visit too, you know, if you ever wanted to go there for like an audit or to just see what they're doing. And things are progressing, I bet, at a snail's pace, but progress is progress. As you can imagine, there's a lot of paperwork and supporting documentation needed, but as soon as we have enough useful info to share, we will. And they go on to say there's a ton of specific coin news and Desanami Discord channels, and you're most welcome to participate in those discussions. And they give the Discord channels here. These are for all the different coins. I know Azur's most Masternode coin, Beacon, Quad Dash, Diamond is, Jackpot, Kyanite. So these are all the different projects that are part of YIELDNODES at the moment. And Desanami is the parent company of YIELDNODES, I believe, from everything I've heard. Lastly, they just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. It's been 2 years of trust and support, and hopefully a great 2022 together. Stay healthy, stay safe, and if you can, pay it forward. So really good leadership there. You know, check out their Trust Wallet review. I mean, it's like almost a perfect 5. It's 4.8 out of 5. You know, really, really good reviews when you go there and look. 4 hours ago, 6 hours ago, just lots and lots of great reviews. Great way to make passive profit. So, you know, with that said, let's go to the website. This is the main page, yieldnodes.com. You know, I've went over a lot of this before, but the average monthly yield has been 11% a month. If you compounded it, that would be like 249% compounded or 132% not compounded. They'll take payment for the node, the yield node, Masternode and Bitcoin, MasterCard, Bankwire, or SAP vouchers. Like I just said, that was 249% compounded. They give you a month-by-month breakdown if you're interested in that. Program in a nutshell, minimum deposit's 500 euros, so there's pretty low barrier to entry into YIELDNODES. The max deposit you can do is $250,000, which is quite a bit. That would earn you quite a bit every month. You know, even if you make 10%, yeah, it'd probably be about what, 25,000 a month, something like that, I think. So pretty good income there if you got that much to spare, and we'll throw it in there. It is in euros, but I always send Bitcoin directly. That's the easiest way to masternode it, that I think. Profit projected 5 to 15% a month, and if it ever drops below 5% for 3 consecutive months, your rental payment will be returned along with any accrued profit if compounded. So that's pretty cool too. And just like I advertise on my channel, this is one of the only, or the only, well, not the only, but it's one of the only investments to outperform Bitcoin in the past 25 months. And as you can see on the blue line, if you'd put 5,000 euros in here September 2019, it'd be worth 60,000 euros right now, and the Bitcoin would be worth 35,000 euros. So you'd almost be up 30,000 more euros investing 5,000 into yield nodes versus 5,000 into Bitcoin 2 years ago. So that's something to think about. I mean, that's a big difference in profit. You know, they go over, you know, what's masternoding. Like I said, you're lending your Bitcoin to them and they masternode it. You know, they're crowdfunding it together, and then they're paying everybody the reward from their masternode. And you got to have masternodes on the network that help run the network, right? And it's like it says here, it's a proof of stake approach. I'm not gonna get into all this stuff. You can go to the website YIELDNODES.com, and they got all this info on the main page. This is the core team: Steve H, yours, he's the architect, Igor, and Dima. I think I'm saying that right. They all got their LinkedIn's here. Tells what they do. They got a quote from Steve Jobs: "We used to dream about this stuff. Now we get to build it. It's pretty great." I checked all these testimonials out. They're real people. They got Facebooks. They got Twitters, Instagrams. And you see posts from them. So it's real testimonials. And then this is the Masternode network. This is what YIELDNODES kind of consist of at the moment. SAP is the biggest one, I believe. And it's actually been doing really good when you look up Sapphire coin. Let's see where it's at. So yeah, it's at 44 cents right now. Let's look at the 90-day. So yeah, it went up to a peak of over 55 cents, and then it's dropped a little bit with this dip we're having. But the 1 year, look at the 1 year, how much it's went up. It's doing pretty good for a coin. So you can also invest in this. There's you know, directly, it's $325 million market cap. So that should tell you something right there. Tritium, Vault Watch, there's a bunch of them. Helio Bank, Kyanite, there's the Jackpot coin, Ultra Clear, Azure, Diamond Dash, CryptoFlow, PNE, One World, Suverino, coming soon, Crypto Saga, Monk, Eska, Beacon. Let's try this Jackpot one. So here's a 777 Jackpot. The new playful way of shopping. So yeah, it's a pretty big ecosystem that's developing here. It's a masternode type, proof of stake, 60-second block time. Here they got November 22nd, 17th. So yeah, they've been posting regularly on their Twitter and stuff too. But you can check all this out. I'm going to jump into the dashboard really quick and do a little brief summary on the earnings for last month, and that'll be it. So guys, here we are on the YIELDNODES dashboard. As you can see, I got 17,270 euros staked at the moment in the masternode. I got 643 euros I could withdraw if I wanted to, and if I did choose to withdraw, I need to do so before the 15th of this month to get it on the 8th of the next month. Total return on investment has been 6,087 euros on this 17,000 masternode euros. So, you know, that might be around 7,000 US dollars. As I mentioned, there have been 7.2% in November is what was earned. So yeah, not bad at all. Like really, really good. As I mentioned, when you do sign up for this, I got some links in the description if you're interested. In the dashboard area, you can see where they did their audits here. So you had the audit from the first quarter of 2021. They had, you know, 5 different YouTubers that went to Switzerland there and did the audits. They all signed their audits. I went over that in previous videos. And then the audit, no, on-site audit in Malta, you know, they randomly drew the reviewers, and these were the winners that went. And they do got their own video here you can watch regarding that, and here it gives a breakdown of all the auditors that went there. You can see the facilities here where they met. It's like they had a good time, but really great things there. There's all their signed statements and different questions, you know, all that kind of stuff. So great to see. It's a great program. I really enjoy it. You know, if you want to deposit, like I was saying, you can deposit Bitcoin. You can use one of these like Wallets, Transact, OnRamper, Coinify, you know, to get your money. One of these uses Google Pay and Apple Pay. It looks like they're working on the Tether here. Well, actually, it looks like they already got Tether set up. So that's pretty interesting if they already got that working. So they just sent that email like, what was it? When they send that email? 12 hours ago. I'd have to try it to make sure it's working, but you can click that to generate your TRC20 address for Tether. But that's cool, yeah, if you can use Tether now. And you know, Bitcoin's pretty cheap anyway. It's not that much to send it on the network. Everybody knows Ethereum's the worst one to send, but great returns. You can see, like, I've compounded all the times I've made money. I've been compounding it. You know, every time I compound it over again. So I'm always making money on my money every month. So, you know, I might masternode up to, like, you know, 100K, 100,000, something like that, and then just take profits every month for 10 months and get everything back. I did get my initial investment back at first, so that was good to do. But that's really all I got for tonight. YIELDNODES, great program. StrongBlock, another great program. Check them out. It's passive income at its finest. That's what I think. Those two, the Gala nodes. I set up some pre-search nodes. I made a video about that prior to this one. It's not really making much now, but they're just still running on a test net. So I expect good things from pre-search in the future. But you know, that's my thing. You got to look at good opportunities, just not anything. You just can't jump into anything because you'll lose your money. I've had it happen to me. It happened to me in February with Torque Trading. Everybody thought that was totally legit, but it had that Ponzi element to it, like multi-level marketing, which that's a red flag, especially if it goes like 10 levels deep or infinite levels, because that cannot be sustained. So if it's got some kind of multi-level marketing element to it, I'd probably run away from it. So, you know, just look at the team behind it. Look at the past projects they've been involved with. It's really important. You know, look at if they want you to buy some like crazy program or spend thousands of dollars up front before you've even like made any money. If that's the case, it's probably a scam or a gimmick. Just take it all in. Use your intuition. You know, you got it for a reason. Use your brain. You know, you just got to think about it. You know, a lot of it's common sense. You got to fill it out. You got to do some research. So do your own research. That's really all I got to say for tonight. Hope you guys have a good night. Have a good rest of the week. If I don't make another video till this weekend. And I'll talk to you later. Thank you.